This video is to talk about units in physics problems. And when I was just starting out, I learned how to deal with units, transferring between one system and another. And then later, I got a little better at it and learned some techniques that I found worked even better myself. And the point of this is to try to show you some of that. One of the first things I learned was that all conversion factors are equal to 1, and so by multiplying by 1 you don't change the value of something. That seemed kind of strange to me, so here's what they meant by that. Let's say that you know the connection between the metric system, or SI, and the English system, in that you know that 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters exactly. And that's the one connection you have between the two systems. Well, first of all, if I divide both sides by 1 inch, like this, 1 inch, then this becomes 1. So 1 is equal to 2.54 centimeters per inch. But similarly, I could divide both sides by 2.54 and get the following, that 1 is equal to 1 inch divided by 2.54 centimeters, like that. So in other words, if I have a conversion factor like 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters, I can write it in this form, or I can write it in this form, like this. So if I want to convert, say, let's say 1 yard to meters, I happen to know that 1 yard is 36 inches. 36 inches. I can multiply that by 1, but in this form, 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. The inches cancel out. And let's see, I know that 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter, like this, and the centimeters cancel out, and that turns out to be 0.9144 meters. So that's an example of how you might make such a conversion. Let's take another example. Let's say we want to know what 60 miles per hour is in terms of meters per second. In other words, 60 miles per hour is equal to how many meters per second? Well, here's the way we would handle that. 60 miles per hour. I'm going to start multiplying by 1 things that I know. I know that 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. So I can cancel out the miles. Now I have feet per hour times, let's see, I know that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So I can cancel that out. Now I have inches per hour times, let's see, I know that 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. And I know also that 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. So I'm getting there. And to continue this on the next line here, times, let's see, I want meters per second, so how many seconds in an hour? Well, I know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, like this. That gets rid of the hours, times, let's see, I know that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. That gets rid of the minutes. So now all I do is multiply everything in the numerator and then divide by everything in the denominator. The units I'm left over with are meters per second. So all I have to do is put that in the calculator, and I get 26.8224 meters per second. So that's one example of how I could get miles per hour into meters per second. And you can take this procedure and extend it as much as you need to convert from one system to the other. And here's another thing to consider. A lot of the prefixes that you use in physics, like K is equal to 10 to the third, mu is equal to 10 to the minus 6, that's micro, kilo. There's other things like m, which denotes mega, 10 to the 6th, or g, which is 10 to the 9th, and that's giga, or billions. The important thing to know, though, is that these little prefixes like this are just a simple way of writing the actual number. So if you have something like, say, 10 kilometers, then you can replace that K right there with its equivalent, which is what it actually is. This is 10 times 10 cubed meters, or this is equal to 10 to the 4th meters, as an example. Now that may not seem too significant. However, if you have something like what the density of gold is, the density of gold is equal to 19.3 grams per cubic centimeter. And you need to convert that for some reason into the SI system, which is kilograms per cubic meter. Then what you can do is just replace the units directly rather than this more complex, lengthy method of multiplying by 1 several times, especially when you have something with an exponent like this. Just replace the units with what they actually are. And this is equal to 19.3. Well, a gram is equal to 10 to the minus 3 kilograms, and a centimeter is 10 to the minus 2 meters, and then like that. So that when you do the arithmetic, you get 19.3 times 10 to the minus 3 kilograms, and then down here we have 10 to the minus 6 meters cubed. So we have the units that we're after. It's just a matter of completing the arithmetic. And this is equal to 19.3 times 10 cubed kilograms per cubic meter. That's just an example. So most of the time you can simplify these complicated expressions by just plugging in exactly what the value is, and then carry it out from there.